I hit the button. It didn't do anything. Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast featuring myself, Spencer, my co-host, Matt with the NFL Gaming TV. And after the rebellion of the Cake Kingdom, King Fistcake has been underground in his secret lairs to protect himself from the people of the Cake Kingdom. But now he has resurfaced with a new power. How's it going?
Hi. I did it. I got
menace.
the kingdom. It's me. No, it's all mine.
The supreme evil.
No, you'll never get it. It's all mine now. T.
I say let them eat cake. Wait.
Don't
That's
eat me,
me.
please.
No.
Please don't eat me. No, don't do it. No, come on, guys. Don't do this. Not like this. Oh, God. Long time no chat. It's been, what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. This is quickly becoming a monthly thing.
It's just very slow. I have once a year. Oh, shit, I haven't talked to Spencer in a while. Maybe we should do a podcast real quick. Just chat it up.
Here's the whole year recap. We're going to do a 3-hour podcast.
Jim Sterling yelled a lot about everything, and Epic Game Store has taken over Microsoft and Amazon. And there we go.
All right, sick. Yeah, we're all caught up.
And then the great fucking launcher wars of 2020.
Stadia is dead, but this is next week's news. This isn't the future. Sorry. I forgot. Yeah, whoops.
Our bad. Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, God. I forgot. I just remember, like, listening to a bunch of shit about the Stadia thing, about their stupid AMA on Reddit.
Oh, I've only heard, like, little bits and pieces of that.
Oh, God. It was the EA levels of not answering anything.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It was pretty bad.
It's like an AMA, but it's like we reserve the right to not answer your fucking questions.
They don't even say that. They just say, like, well, you know, I can't remember. I think the question was, like, what happens to our games once this thing fails? Because it's not looking good. But it was like 2 paragraphs of, like, absolutely nothing other than, like, I was also scared of the cloud when I first heard about it, but now I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, I was scared of music streaming as well, friend. See, as I empathize with you. I still had CDs. Don't worry, it'll be fine. It's gonna be okay. Okay.
It's not even that big of a deal.
All right. Anyways, $100 will get you into the door, and then you gotta buy your shit after that. Did I say your shit? I meant our shit that we're gonna loan to you for about 6 months before Google goes, this isn't profitable, and closes us down.
But if you put the $100, if everyone here puts $100 in, we might survive.
I just gave $100 to Stadia. Someone match me.
Match. Everybody, we gotta do a fundraiser for Stadia. Keep it alive for longer than a year.
All right, so we're gonna start out after that quick pre-conversation. We're gonna talk about what games we played this week. Fistcake, why don't you, or this since last time, start us off.
I feel like the list is going to be short. Like your height.
Mine?
Yeah.
Average height, but okay.
That's what all short people say.
That's true.
But I'm like statistically average height. So
no, I think 5'10" is.
Nope, that's not true. It's a range, and the range includes my height.
It's the ginger.
It's between 5 feet and 6 feet tall. That's the average height of all people. Got him.
Height is on a spectrum.
Oh, God. Video games I've played. I played Final Fantasy 14. Believe it or not. I know it's scary. I'm actually going to check how many hours on it because I know for sure it's the most amount of hours I have on my Steam library.
You're almost like through all of the DLC, right?
265 hours we're at.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's a lot of hours.
I'll knock off like maybe 20 hours or so for like running around doing chores while leaving the game logged in or something, and I just come back or whatnot. So we'll knock off 20. You know, we'll just knock off 15. Give it an even 250. You know.
Okay.
It's not that much. It's okay. But
I mean, for an MMO, you know.
Beginner numbers. We gotta raise those numbers. But You are correct. I'm almost caught up on the all the expansions and whatnot. What they do is they do like so they do like the Realm Reborn story, and then there's like a bunch of patches in between expansions, of course. So each patch has like another like few story quests and whatnot for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like story patches, expansion patches. I've gone through Heaven's Ward, which is the first expansion. That was a lot of fun. I finally made my way to the second expansion, and Shadowbringers will be the third. So I'll have to finish Stormblood and then a bunch of patch quests, and then I finally catch up with everybody else.
How come
I'll
all their
finally be a cool
expansions
kid.
start with an S?
Not Heaven's Word.
Oh shit, you're right.
Shevan's Word.
So close, except for the very first one.
Hey, how's it going? It's the real Aisha. Aisha?
Hi.
Where are you from? The USA.
The Great Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Home of mountains mostly. Lots of
And-
mountains.
And
Wizards
an
of the
active
Coast.
volcano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And an active.
That's
Well,
fine. We don't talk about
semi-active.
Yeah, that bitch ain't gonna blow.
That couch potato of a volcano.
Ain't gonna do shit.
You're overdue. You're
Oh
gonna
god.
die. Anyways,
But it'll be cool.
Knock on wood. Would be cool. Well, it's just like fucking Pompeii all over again. Hurrah. Oh,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
from
pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm from Uranus.
That's how I'm going to pronounce that.
Well, no, I think what they're trying to do is the joke where they say your anus
Right.
and like
Yeah.
they came from her butt,
Right.
which
yeah.
I mean, I guess you did it. You came from her butt. Way to go.
You
So,
did it.
I mean, I'm really just kind of talking with the audience here. I'm trying to fill in time because I really don't have a whole lot to say.
Well, what keeps you going?
I'll tell you what didn't keep us going. The intro.
Yeah. The intro. So, yeah, that's the. Basically, I've watched a few Final Fantasy 14 streams. And when I was in the area, when I was in like, I'm just doing the patch quest before Heaven's Ward and whatnot. Like 2 out of the 3 people that I watched like stream and said that to them, they're like, "Oh my god, you just keep going. You got to keep going. It gets a lot better. I promise you. If you want help or something, I'll even party up with you and we can do all your story quests." And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm almost there, but I appreciate it. But yeah, the Realm Reborn story and the patch quests immediately after that falling into Heaven's Ward. It was probably the worst part of the game.
Sick that they
And-
front load it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they just remade a canceled game, a very terrible game, and I don't know why they thought. Maybe they thought like they can only have like a Realm Reborn. Like, okay, a Realm Reborn is probably going to be the end of it, and then we won't have anything else. So just front load all this with a bunch of quests and call it a day.
Are they
And then they
quests? Because it really felt like go here and skip through this dialogue, and then
Let's-
go there and then skip through this dialogue. I didn't kill anything until an hour and a half in. That's
Well, I mean,
bold.
you can go and kill anybody anytime you want to. It's fine. You could do it. No,
I had no abilities.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's always a little sluggy, but yeah, it's a very hard barrier to get over. But the only I guess how do I say this? Because Warframe is kind of like in the same thing where it's like you don't know what the fuck's going on at all, and everything's just kind of like, okay, well, go do this quest. You're basically going to shoot a bunch of things. You're going to go over here and you're going to capture this thing. No, I didn't fart. No, I didn't. It's the chair. Leave me alone. It's hot in here. I'm just trying my best. God. But I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely a very hard thing to get through. I don't know why I did. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I think what it was is like it was kind of cool to see like the reimagining of like all the summons and whatnot. and just kind of keep you going and whatnot. Just like, oh, Ifrit's here. Okay, cool. I wonder who the next summon's going to be. Oh, sweet, it's Titan. Oh, he looks like that. Okay. Oh, it's this thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't like the beginning, the whole Realm Reborn story and the patch quests are definitely not super as exciting or as good as any of the other stuff. Because it kind of like trickles like cool things like every 5 quests or whatnot. It's like, oh, you're a warrior of light. What does that mean? Nobody knows. Okay. Oh, this guy might know what you're all about. I don't know. He might be a friend or foe. We'll find out. 5 quests later. Oh, you just delivered 100 packages of raw meat to somebody, and you helped Granny get her cookies. But hey, you found the great ancient evil, and boy, he's pissed at you. Oh, 5 more quests.
Oh, look, there goes Carbuncle, fucking everything up again.
Oh, Carbuncle. Yeah. No, it's definitely very hard to get through the first part, but then like once you kind of get into it, it's like, oh, here I am. Only at least it was for me. I don't know.
No, I got you.
Everybody, different folks, different strokes. Any exciting adventures? There was a cool dragon fight. That was pretty cool. It was kind of hinted at, like, oh, you're going to fight a bunch of dragons in Heaven's Ward. It's going to be so cool and whatnot. And it's like, oh, yeah. I mean, we've only seen like a handful of dragons here anyways, but it's like a whole conflict about where this new country you're checking out at called Ishgard, and how they've been basically fighting dragons for 1,000 years.
Jesus.
And which they say it's like, oh, dragons are assholes. Dragons are stupid, and they're just killing us for no reason whatsoever. But it turns out 1,000 years ago. Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's plot twists.
What?
Oh my god. It turns out like the leaders of Ishgard back there are like, hey, these dragons hold like a lot of power and they do like a lot of crazy shit. Let's kill like one of the biggest dragon's girlfriend, and then let's steal his brother's eyes, and then let's just, I don't know, kick ass for 1,000 years, but don't tell the people what happened. Just say they suck and stuff. It's fine.
Oh yeah, propaganda.
Mm-hmm. But then, of course, you're the main hero. You're like, hey, let's just talk it out, guys. Let's be friends. And they're like, no. And then you fight them. They're like, oh, you're kind of tough. Okay, I guess we can talk it out. Since you'll just kill us if we don't, I guess. I don't know.
Nice.
But I don't know. It's just a lot of fun little shenanigans going on. A lot of anime-ass bullshit. A lot of plot twists. You see it coming a mile away. Oh! One thing I will call bullshit on the story is that towards the end of A Realm Reborn, I think, or right before Heaven's Ward, you'd probably never met her, but basically there's a princess in Ul'dah that's like one of those Laudafell people, like the short elf, like
the lowly thing.
Yeah, the lowly things. God damn it! But
is that one
like,
of them there, you yoli things? Get
Is
out of
that
here,
a
Grandpa.
Lolita?
I'm watching my anime.
Leave me alone, Grandpa. You never understand. So like a princess like a Lalafell, and like you know how like they're the one race that doesn't walk normally. They always have to like waddle, and they like flail their arms back and forth like some fucking weirdo. Well,
short ass legs, dude.
Well, it doesn't.
You're hitting too close to home for Spencer.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid. Okay, leave me alone. I know, it's just like for some reason they just walk goofy and it's hard to take them serious. Well, anyways, you're like having tea with her or something before a giant conference and whatnot, and you see the plot twist coming a mile away where she is poisoned. And I thought they were like, oh no, she's gonna fall asleep and she's dead or whatever. No, they like animate her like fucking choking out and like crying and shit. And it's like out of like fucking nowhere. It's like, what the fuck? Is this a snuff film now?
Oh, Jesus.
She's crying and she's like choking out, and then she falls on the ground. And then like 100 quests later, you find out, no, she's just asleep. She just choked out and had an aneurysm and just fell asleep. That's all.
As one does when poisoned.
Nobody asked about like, well, why does she look like she was, I don't know, literally choking to death instead of actually just passing out? But it's whatever. It's fine.
She has a flair for the dramatic.
Apparently. I'm about to fall asleep. Oh no.
I hate
don't
sleep.
want to fall asleep. I'm scared of the nightmares. What else? I mean, not really a whole lot. Anything else? I've been just working on my gunbreaker class with the gun blades. It's looking pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
I was gonna ask, do you think is it the kind of like the story beats and like the events more of like the reason why you play the game versus the actual like class and mechanics and stuff like that?
I would say this. My problem is I kind of like did what everybody else did. Like you guys, is just kind of skip through the first part of like the AR stuff. Like I'll like pay attention to like actual cutscenes, but if people are talking and whatnot, I'll skip through it and whatnot. So story is like about 25% for me. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, all right. Who's this guy? Oh, he's dead now. Okay, well that sucks, I guess. I don't know. But it's what they do with like all the classes and how like each one has like their own mechanics. DPS actually like varies a little bit more differently than tanks. Tanks usually have like a gauge of like if this builds up, you do more damage and you can do bigger moves, and you have a thing which you press a button and enemies hate you more than everybody else.
Taunt.
Yeah.
A taunt, well, yeah, it's like a permanent taunt. It's like you just turn it on, and like a gauge just says like, hey, your beast mode is on. I think that's what it's literally called for warrior. Your beast mode is on. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And now every enemy will just become more attracted to you, so you don't have to like pop it every time you start a fight. It's just like, hey, I'm big and I'm mad. Let's go.
Nice.
Gunbreaker's like fucking, I don't know, hidden gauge or something stupid. I don't know. It's whatever.
He's got the hidden gauge. He can't have that.
Rugga.
You can't hide that. Oh god. But yeah, I think there's a lot more variety to the DPS than the tank stuff, but I think what they do with all the mechanics that I've played so far has been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's weird because when I was looking up stuff about the later level things that I was, because I was going to play the Bard, so I wanted to see what I was going to get. Mm-hmm. And the way they display it on the website and in the guides that I was looking at, it doesn't give you, like, because based on what you're saying, it doesn't really give you an idea that you're going to be getting anything that unique for these special classes off of the jobs or professions or however, you have your main thing and then you like specialize. And the specialization, the way it makes it looks like the Bard basically gets like one or two special moves, and then that's like literally the only thing that really sets him apart from a regular archer. And I was like,
yeah,
that doesn't seem like quite like a reward that I was expecting.
Well, yeah, the first like 6, the classes that come with the game, like the beginning, like the classes that came with the game at first, they're all, they're not too far apart. They're not like too crazy or anything. Because like the difference between a paladin and a warrior is literally like warrior hits a little bit harder, and a paladin can take a little bit more. That's literally the only difference. Like basically, if you put a shield on a warrior, he's like, okay, that's that. I think, I don't know, astrologists and conjurers are slightly different. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the other stuff, but it's I know like the first 6 classes, like, oh, okay, this is kind of like your basic stuff. But yeah, I don't think the first 6 classes have anything too crazy different from each other.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, it doesn't really feel like I'm getting anything like crazy specific and like Bard-esque, Mm-hmm. Basically, you just like play a song in a battle and it buffs everybody. I'm like, all right, so it's just like every other thing.
Yeah. It's just
like, oh, well, like, I was hoping for, I don't know, I'd seen people playing instruments, and so I thought that there'd be some instrument-based thing, but there isn't, as far as I could tell. I'm like, oh. So it mostly came down to
they definitely
expectations.
play instruments as their weapon or whatever. I've seen Kate do that.
Okay.
But
yeah, you can just play just instruments just for funsies.
Hey, how's it going, Tech? Hi, just saying hi real quick. Really tired, a long shift. Brother kept waking me from a nap I was trying to have for the past hour. All right, well, thanks for coming in and saying hi, Tech. Oh, he hugs and then passes out. All right, sounds good.
Good night, Tech. Thanks for hanging out.
If the police come, we didn't hug you.
Okay.
Hashtag not our hug. But yeah, I think I'll wrap it up for me. I have nothing really else to say. Just Just hanging out, having good times in that. Might want to pick up Monster Hunter sometime before Iceborne, but that's a long ways from now, and yeah. So whatever you two would play.
So I front loaded this before we started the stream, so I thought I'd talk about Fear 2 a little bit because we're not going to continue to play it really, unfortunately.
No.
So we got the Fear pack or whatever on Steam.
Oh, I mean, I've had it for years.
Oh, Matt's had
but I
it for
bought it
years.
for Spencer.
But Matt bought it for me because we were going to play Fear 3 co-op or whatever. But we wanted to play through Fear 2, the storyline, because we hadn't played that in a long time. We played through Fear 1 a couple of times and Fear 3 a few times. Like Matt and Coulter have like literally beasted through Fear 3 in like 3 hours, multiple occasions. You will accept my hus's kidding fist if you get Monster Hunter. I will hunt with you. I'm a veteran hunter. Oh, sick. There you go. Yeah, so we were playing through Fear 2 because it was the one we had played the least before, and Matt's playing it. And we're not really going to continue because like the FOV and like the way the game looks and stuff like that.
It just makes me so sick trying to play it.
Yeah.
And I've tried to widen the FOV, but it's a vertical FOV, which is weird.
Oh, that's the new one. I haven't seen that before.
And also, like, there's no controller support, even though it was a fucking PC port.
So you can't sit farther back from the game
Yeah.
because you got to use the keyboard and mouse.
And there's no real fix for it besides having to install a different program where I was like, nah, fuck that.
This is Fear 2 or 3?
Fear
2.
2.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, basically it's just a really bad port.
Yeah, it's an awful port.
What's hilarious is it has no controller support, right? Can't use any like Xbox or nothing. But then in the game, we saw at least one prompt telling you to use the D-pad.
Is it worse than Condemned?
No.
No. But still...
Still really bad, though,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think playing through Condemned is kind of why we decided just, we'll just play this mouse and keyboard instead because we don't have to deal with any bullshit.
You want to double team it again?
That was so weird.
We fucking did it.
We did it. It worked.
You did it.
That was definitely a Unity moment, but Jesus. But yeah, so we're playing through it. And have you ever played through Fear 2?
I think 2. I can't remember which one had the stick around achievement. Whatever one that had.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you get raped at the end?
I think yeah, you do. Yeah, your main character does get raped. I think
That's 2.
That's 2.
That's 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember then. I was just saying my whole stick around achievement story is why I remember that game specifically, whichever one it was.
Yeah. So we're playing through it, and there's a character, and I wanted to tweet this too, and I totally forgot to do it. But his name is
Bastard.
Snake Fist.
Oh God, that sounds about right.
And it's like, oh my God, it's Fist Cake's, Metal Gear Solid alter ego, Snake Fist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
No.
how is it, like it's just so weird that just like I don't know, circumstances.
Really yeah.
It's like, oh my God, you're in the game.
Like that story would have been better as a tweet.
Well, we're also talking about the fact that we played the game, dude. All right, and I thought it was fun. This is fun that Fist Cake's
We don't have fun here.
family, all right, is in the game.
No fun allowed. Well,
This
fun
is a
canceled.
fun podcast.
What's funny is this particular character, the first time you see him, it's in these like audio, these logs or whatever, and
Is the
he's
first
talking
one
to
the
the person.
punching a snake?
No. He's talking to the person, and the person is like, "Oh, hey Terry, so we gotta do this." And he's like, "I don't know who Terry is,
But if I was Terry, I'd tell you so and so and so and so and so.
And he's so consistent about like, I don't know who this Terry person is, but let me just tell you the specific information you're asking about Terry. Yeah, it's pretty good.
One of those people.
Yeah, I mean, overall the game is fine. It's just it makes you sick. So
yeah,
it
was
sucks.
making me extremely sick.
Yeah, but
I don't think you're missing out on a whole lot too. It comes from that era where it's just like, okay, how do we make this first person shooter different? You slow down time and add ghosts. Okay.
Well, what's funny about it is the first one was like that, right? It's totally unique and different. And then the second one, they literally made it less unique by taking aspects of more modern shooters, like a cover system and stuff like that. No, it doesn't have a cover system, but other stuff like the way you aim down sight. They gave you the ability to aim down sights in number 2, and they removed the ability to peek around corners, which a lot of people are upset about. But
I think 3 has like each character has their own unique powers or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
you play two
Yeah.
different, entirely different, like characters. One is like a ghost person who can possess NPC bodies and then use them for a while. Pretty
Your
cool.
brother.
Yeah, Fettel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, pretty fun.
No, I was just trying to remember. Like, I think he's the main bad guy in the first one until you find your mom or whatever. So.
Yeah, it's kind of a nifty way of tying all that back around. What else do we play?
We did some reverse main stuff on Tuesday, which was interesting.
Yeah, Matt played my two mains, Marth and Samus, and I played Fox and Falco, and it was pretty interesting. And I ended up playing Falco again today, and
I played Fox today.
and I didn't win, but I did okay, and I'm like a little baby bird, so
It is like a little baby
Falcon.
bird.
like
You
sometimes-
don't know how to fly yet.
That's true. I don't know how to fly, but I'm
Yeah.
trying.
And then
Try
going
to
up
fly.
against Fox, it's like you just got pushed out of the nest into a ball of spikes.
Or literally a fox
Yeah,
taking
literally.
the baby bird.
Fight, just killing a baby bird. No treble.
I'm just imagining that video of that fox laughing, like, and it's like, and then just.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
But besides that, what other games we've been playing? Like recently, we've been doing more watching Hellraiser, so it hasn't really been games.
Yeah, we have one Hellraiser movie left.
Left in the entire
We've
series.
watched 8.
No, 9.
No, I thought there was only 9 total.
I thought there was 10 total. Maybe
There might be 10 total.
they've all blurred together.
We only have one left.
Yeah,
And we made a startling discovery last night
Uh-oh.
when we watched the
9th one, Revelations.
Not Revelations. It's the Hell World, the 8th one.
Oh, it's right. It's Hellworld. So,
Yeah.
blurring together.
Yeah, it has a fucking young Henry Cavill in it.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
and he gets a blowjob.
Yeah. And then he makes a blowjob pun and then looks at the camera and goes, now Hellworld.
So you're saying is he's perfect to be Geralt in the Witcher series?
Yeah.
His acting range is just incredible.
Right. Yeah.
But
He just-
Hellworld
he
is
just-
actually one of the better direct-to-DVD Hellraiser movies.
Yeah.
We should know. We've watched them all.
Yeah, I was about to say, how many direct-to-DVD Hellraisers are there?
Everyone after 3.
wow.
Revelations, the 9th one, actually did get released to
one theater in California.
theater in California. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So technically, not
Technically
direct.
not
okay.
directed to
Yeah.
DVD.
That one was awful.
Oh, it was the worst movie
Literally
I've ever seen.
one of the
probably
worst
in my entire
movies I've ever seen. Yeah, it was absolutely. They only made it to hold on to the license.
Yeah, they shot it in 3 weeks or a few. It says
It
a
was
few
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, so it might have been 2 weeks, and it was a mixture between a found footage film and not a found footage film, and every scene it's obvious they did one take for most of the scenes. And they didn't even have the same people playing the bad guys. It's terrible.
Yeah, they didn't have the original Pinhead.
And
Oh,
on
no.
top of that, the Pinhead they chose looked fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
He's all
He was a little chubby.
just doesn't fit with the
Oh, and also Bishop was in Hellworld as
Yeah.
well. Bishop from Aliens.
Yeah, the guy who plays Bishop in Aliens is in Hellworld. The android. He has white milk like blood.
It's been a long time since I watched any Alien film, so
He's in like all of them.
again, it's been a long time since I watched
Right.
any.
That guy is in
Yeah.
this 2005 film that went direct to DVD with Henry Cavill and the guy who voices Cyborg in Teen Titans.
That sounds about right. It all
What a
sounds
weird
about
cast.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we've been doing that lately. Been playing some Super Mario Maker, really enjoying that. Super Mario Maker 2, I should say. And we have 2 maps up, and one of them is only a 2.65% clear rate. And 30-something people have played it, and we got a few likes.
It's like one of those with like an interesting moral dilemma where you have to save these people and then also complete the mission.
No,
Do you have
no.
to find hidden treasure while
No,
you complete the mission?
It is themed, kind of, but mainly it's a run through with those. I'm not sure how much gameplay you've seen, but you have those on and off blocks now that change whether or not spikes come up. It's one of those, but it's kind of like a short and sweet speedrunny type one where you have to kind of just keep moving forward.
Gotcha.
And it's got some cool little mechanics that we put in there.
Nice.
It was fun to make. We might be making more levels, but
I've been playing Hades.
yeah,
Hades is doing good.
Yeah,
Every normal run, I win. Every heat mode, which is we did difficulty modifiers, I fucking get stomped on.
is it heat mode?
Yeah, you add heat.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because you're in hell.
That's also in Yakuza.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the
'Cause
two
you're in
new
hell.
bosses are cool, but the fucking they added new shield enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking the shield enemies. They're not consistent. I'll throw like a bunch of party fog at them. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Dionysus is whatever party
Purple
shit, and it explodes in a radius,
and it does poison.
and it'll explode on them, and it won't do any damage because they've blocked it with the shield. So you have to throw it behind them, but still get them in the radius, and that'll do damage. But then sometimes it'll do damage when you just throw it at them. So I'm like, sick. Good code, guys.
Get it together, whatever studios.
Yeah, literally engulfed in a fog of the poison stuff, not affected because it landed in front of them sometimes.
Mm. And then
Weird.
go ahead.
Well, the shield can vacuum the fog. That's why if it's just.
I didn't think about that. And then I guess if it gets stopped up from all the other things I've thrown at the dumb bitch, that's when it affects him.
Yeah, it's like a bad
Oh,
filter.
Yeah.
I take back what I said.
You forgot about the shield durability. The shield suck durability. You had to get through that, and then you can fight the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the handbook. It's like one of the sections where it explains the monsters you're going to fight before you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. And then there's the last boss is a Minotaur, and I forget his name. He's the dude that killed the Minotaur in the maze in Greek mythology.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And they're like buddies. That motherfucker has a shield and a spear, and he will just snipe the shit out of you. Just
across, like he'll be off the off the screen,
mm-hmm. and you get like a little reticle above your head. You're like, I'm about to get fucked, and then you're like, I'm gonna dodge, and he's like, I'm gonna wait a second, and then he throws it, and then you get fucked, and it does like 20 damage. And then if you get hit after he recalls the spear, because it's the same type of situation you have with your spear where you can throw it and then come back and it does damage. Run out of breath. And it does damage on the way back as well. I was like, that's cool. I guess equal footing. I don't have a fucking shield though that blocks literally all damage. And another thing, I got Zeus's chain lightning shit. These people, they got armor on. They got metal shields. All right. I shoot the chain lightning at them. It just bounces off. Doesn't do any damage. Excuse me, Supergiant Games. Metal's conductive. Last time I knew. So that should
there's
be doing
rubber on the
something.
inside of the shield.
Motherfuckers. They've thought of everything.
You gotta read the player's handbook. You gotta look through all the monster details. I don't know. Everybody got it for free on the internet. Why didn't you read it? God. People just don't fucking read anymore, and it pisses me off. So
that
much.
brings me to my next point. All right,
Yeah.
the literacy in this nation.
The problem is people could beat Sekiro if they just learn how to fucking read moves, and that's all you got to do. It's just that easy.
Moves. That's so true.
God damn it!
Hesitation is defeat. But other than those two kind of bullshit, I don't really understand it, and it kind of sucks.
I think mostly with that, it's like it's the fact that it's not like 100% like as consistent as everything else in the game, and
it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah,
once everything's going, it's hard to be like, am I in front of this motherfucker or am I behind him?
Right.
Where am I at in relation to him?
Yeah, because he's just like a regular dude with a shield because he's just a champion or whatever.
Yeah, that angle kind of does make it hard to fight shield enemies, especially like if they were facing towards the camera and you're trying to like get like the exact directly behind them or whatever. I can see that easily becoming a problem.
Yeah. But other than that, I love that game. It's one of my favorite games so far. I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh, do you know what they're adding?
They're adding a whole new biome.
Like they just did like another one like the last month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now they're doing another one on top of that.
Yeah, whatever is after. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, you do Tartarus, and then
You do Asphodel, and then you do.
Mementos.
That's it. You never
Call.
see it coming.
yeah, but they're adding a whole new area, which is cool. Just another level of hell until you get to the top. You can probably just read the mythology and know how many levels there's going to be in the game. Now that I think about it.
No, I don't think so. I think they're keeping it kind of secret. You unlock stuff as you go.
I was just talking about like the legit mythology.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
But
I don't want to spoil
No,
myself for 2,500-year-old.
I was about to say 2,000-year-old spoilers.
But other than that, that's it. We played a little bit of Evil Within 2
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
What's funny about it is we had played before, like
when it came
in
out.
2017,
Mm.
and then we just stopped for some reason. We can't really remember what had happened because we played it for like maybe one or two sessions tops, and then we played through it again because we're like, we just got to start over. It's been too long, and played it again and realized that we're probably caught up with where we were last time in a day.
So now you're
worth
going
of
to
playing.
stop again?
And then we just stopped yesterday. So hopefully we continue to play. We don't know. We'll just see. We'll
There's
see
so
what
many
happens.
other games we have to play.
I know, but I highly recommend it. It's a really good. With Evil Within 2 is a really good game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and in fact, actually, I think I enjoy it more this time around than I did the first time.
Yeah.
Did you play Within 2 the first time, or did you play Evil Within 1?
We played Evil Within 1 all the way through, and then
when it
Evil
released,
Within,
Okay,
when
gotcha.
Evil Within 2 came out, we played a little bit of it and stopped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what you did or not. I thought you played 1 before, but I couldn't remember.
I think we played 1 in like a couple of sittings
Yeah.
in a very short period of
I
time.
played with Phoenicia, I think.
Yeah, we did like a marathon play of it.
But yeah. And then we got super scared at one part where Alma is. This is a creepy girl from Fear, but
It's basically the same
yeah, it's
chick,
basically the
except
same
taller.
bitch.
It's just a taller kind of like ring girl
Ooh,
type
more
thing
floaty Alma.
with like her black
Oh,
hair.
yeah. Did you get, you found her on the street, or did you find her in the house?
Found her in the house.
Yeah, and she's walking
Oh,
down
yeah. That fucking sucks. Oh,
she's walking down a hallway, and then you have to go into a room and through a hole and grab a key card or whatever to get back through another one. And she's like in the hallway last time you knew, and so you're like, all right, I'm going to go back to the hole, and then she's right there, and she's like, "Wah!" And you're like, ah, and I about had a heart attack. And I don't get jumped very often.
That was like the one enemy I never lost. I never loaded my guard on. Whenever I saw her, I'm like, I'm hiding behind everything. She's never
Right.
gonna see me. She only caught me one time because there was like a weird stealth puzzle thing, and I was kind of confused by her line of sight. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
She got
yeah.
me. She did
Yeah.
get me finally, but I was just like, every time I saw her, I'm like, oh fuck, no, get behind the couch, go.
Yeah, she didn't necessarily get mad. I think you just ran past her or something.
No,
Or you ran back through the
I
other
ran
door.
back through the other door. I gave her a little tipsy turvy, whirvy dervy.
Yeah, you ran an extra
OC,
bit on
do
your
not
route,
steal.
to avoid her. But yeah, that game's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's quite good. We're playing in first person mode.
Matt put his.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, and actually, I thought that playing in first person mode was going to be a little weird because at first
It is a little jank.
but then I kind of slowly got used to it from a viewer standpoint. I don't know how it is to play, but
It's a little jank.
okay. When you reload and then move your camera, your arms kind of go off to the side sometimes.
Nice.
In your field of view, you're like, I don't know that's happening, but okay.
Have an out of body experience.
Yeah. But Matt had his because your healing items, you have syringes and then you have med kits or whatever, and the syringes are like your smaller heals. And Matt had his syringes on the top part of his D-pad, and in playing the game and just trying to get into another menu, I think he went through 3 or 4 syringes accidentally by just using them. And so now he's removed it from his D-pad.
It was 2.
Oh,
And
okay, gotcha.
That was my last 2.
Yeah.
Might have been 3.
Oh, well, I was thinking total because he did it before and then he did it
I
twice
think it
in
was
quick
3 total.
succession. Yeah.
It was really cool and fun.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Loved every second of it.
I also really love how if you have an axe, you can't just kill like a regular dude. You have to use the axe. So then you end up wasting the one-hit kill axe on trash, and you're like, fucking hell.
Yeah, because you have your knife, and then when you get a hatchet or whatever, it takes the place of your knife for one hit, but it's an insta kill on most enemies. But you have to do it. And so you were walking up to some like enemy that was still sleeping, and you were checking him, and then used your hatchet on him. You're like, fuck. But luckily there was one like literally in a barrel right next to where we were at. Any of the games that we played? You've been playing Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Pokemon.
Was it
Renegade Platinum?
Renegade Platinum.
That game is hard. I got all the way down the second gym, and it was mano a mano, me versus him. All right, last Pokemon. I had half health. He had full health. It was, I think it was a Brunel or Bruni, or I don't know what it's called. Anyways, motherfucker had Mach Punch. I knew he had Mach Punch because I looked it up. Because the mod comes with like a little guide. I'm like, this motherfucker got Mach Punch. And I was like,
a mod?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Are you not playing on your legally owned Nintendo DS with Nintendo DS capture software and a Nintendo DS copy of Pokemon?
No, you see, it's all of that, but it's just like an additive.
Oh, you got a homebrew. I see what happened. Okay,
sure.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. He had Mach Punch. Mach Punch lets you go first no matter what. So it doesn't matter what your speed is.
It's really fast.
And I was like, I'm half health. I'm not even weak against fighting. It's fine. I'll be able to tank it and then go from there. And it happens. He Mach Punched me. Fucking crit. I died. I had no Pokemon left. He kicked me out of the gym. I went back to the Pokemon Center and saved and quit. I said, I'm out.
Fuck this.
But yeah, it makes the game a lot harder. You can also catch all the Pokemon in it. And it's cool.
Like up until that point or whatever. Yeah. And it mixes up what Pokemon show up in areas too, which is really cool.
Yeah,
so you're getting all sorts of crazy Pokemon. And there's like trainers that you meet in, or like special people that you meet inside of Pokemon centers every time you get to like a new city or whatever, that just give you, like if you battle and win, they just give you like different starters for different eras. So you have like all the starters.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have the starters for the first 3 areas.
Yeah.
Or the first
That's
3
pretty cool.
gens. Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I haven't played it, but like, it's just like the idea of it is really cool, and it feels like it's pretty well executed. Like it's kind of a higher quality.
Oh yeah, it's definitely super high quality.
It's weird how Pokemon fans can make a better Pokemon game than fucking Game Freak. Am I?
Oh Jesus!
All right, so we're gonna move on to our first story. Are you pulling a longer cast, or are we just gonna see how long it takes us?
Yeah, we can shoot for an hour and a half, and if we're done early,
we're done early.
If we're done early, we'll just play it by ear. You know, just have a good old time.
So our first topic of the day.
I
I was trying to get my
spoiler
fucking
alert.
phone. It kept like messing up. So our first topic of the day: Doom. So Bethesda recently, as recent as I think yesterday or something.
Might have been the day before.
At QuakeCon, Bethesda tried to... in fact, actually, it was yesterday, the 26th. Oh, no, 2 days ago. You're right, on the 26th. So at QuakeCon, Bethesda tried to surprise fans with something nice, a re-release of the first 3 Doom games on Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Yay!
But there was a small catch. Dun, dun, dun. Players had to... so it says players will only need to log into Doom and Doom 2 once. I should say, in order to play the games, you had to log into a Bethesda.net account. It would not allow you to enter the game. In fact, it still doesn't allow you to enter the game otherwise. For Doom 1 and 2, you only have to log in once, but for Doom 3, you have to log in to access certain features and or content. So it kind of...
They just added like a little DRM to Doom 1 and 2. You know, the games that released 25 years ago?
Right. Yeah.
Well, didn't they have it on their Bethesda thingamabob launcher before or something?
Yeah, they had it they had them on the marketplace for Xbox 360, I think.
Oh, okay.
And PS3, and they delisted them.
Wow.
I was trying to think if they had it for like their own thing, and then they just ported that version where you have to have the Bethesda account. But
Yeah.
Now, if they added it, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
And what's super weird is it's not even a port. It's like a remake in Unity.
Huh.
That's weird.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it says the Bethesda.net login is an unexpected requirement given that the Doom trilogy is an offline experience. So Doom and Doom 2, which date back, blah, 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 we know that, respectively, they have multiplayer, but it's all local. Doom 3 is listed as a single-player experience on digital storefronts like the Nintendo Switch eShop and PlayStation Store. But it spawned a bunch of memes on Twitter of people making edits of other games with the same message inside of them, which is hilarious. There's one for Super Mario Worlds, I think, and it says, a Bethesda.net account is required to play this title. Please connect to the internet to continue. And it says, okay. So there's a bunch of jokes. Oh, there's one where Dracula's saying it to you in Castlevania, which I thought was funny.
So the N64 Peach letter at the beginning.
No, yeah. Dear Mario, Snake, a Bethesda.net account is required to play this title.
So since then, within I think the same day, Doom 1 and 2 received offline fixes for the homebrew Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And so they were already like basically immediately removed from that requirement if you had if you have a homebrew Switch, because apparently it's just a one-time thing. So that was kind of funny. And then just yesterday, I think, Bethesda announced. Yeah, it was yesterday. It says the day after the first 3 Doom games surprise launched on consoles and mobile devices, Bethesda software says it'll remove the Bethesda.net login requirement that delivered so many hilarious Day Zero memes. It says here, update our new classic Doom releases. The Bethesda.net login requirement was included for the Slayers Club to reward members for playing the classic Doom games. The login should be optional, and we are working on changing the requirement to optional now. So yeah, even though it was just a one-time login for Doom 1 and 2, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Man, Bethesda has not had a good run since Fallout 4.
70s. Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Fallout 4 was the top of the hill that where they started going down.
Right.
Then 76 was at the bottom, and now they're trying to climb up the other hill, but now they fell back down because of the Doom thing.
Right. Yeah. Loose rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, apparently, Elder Scrolls Online is on a totally different hill.
Apparently, that hill is just going up.
Yeah.
Oh, Elder Scrolls Online.
Looking down. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well,
I mean, doing something right.
Yeah, like a bunch of people are really enjoying like the new shit that they're coming out with. Yeah, they're literally elsewhere.
Oh, that's the expansion, and also the isle where the Kushida from. I've played Elder Scrolls.
Wow, look at you. Fiskcake, why don't you tell us about China and KFC?
Well, so a while ago, before Shadowbringers came out, this is old news, but I just thought it was hilarious enough to be on the podcast. China and KFC had this promotion deal with Final Fantasy 14, and you can get the Fat Black Chocobo if you do a certain challenge at these Chinese KFCs. What happens is you have to buy a family deal for 4 and eat the whole thing. It's only available in dine-in, and they enforce the rule where they had to finish it before they hand you the code for this mount.
Wow.
Wait, so they're handing you the code, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta fucking give me the mac and cheese."
No, they give you the code after you have finished your meal.
Well, you said they had to give it to you before they handed it to you. So my bit was revolving around them slowly trying to hand you it, and you trying to eat as much as you can before they've tried to hand it to you.
I see what you did. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're slowly walking in.
It's a very, very high IQ funny bit. I understand that you guys didn't get it.
I got it. They don't even have a timer or anything. That's just literally one of the workers are hired. They're
slowly walking, and they're like, "Oh no, eat faster!"
He's opening the door.
So, here's the deal. Here's what you got to eat. It's fucking crazy. It's 1 double chicken burger. My hands need to be up here. Okay, 1 double chicken burger. 1 vegan mushroom burger, 1 5-piece chicken nugget, 2 original recipe chicken, 1 2-piece New Orleans chicken wings, 1 old Beijing spicy duck roll, 2 large Pepsis, and 2 peach oolong teas, and you have to eat it 4 times.
4 times?
You have to eat the whole family pack meal before you get the code.
Oh, that's just one family pack meal. So
no, that's one
what
part
you just
of
listed was just for one person. and that
But you have
times
to do it
4
4
is the family pack. So each person gets 2 Pepsis and 2 large teas,
I think you misread that.
or maybe
Nope.
the Pepsis and the teas are for like.
And
No, that's per person.
yeah. Like they go on, that doesn't sound so bad, right? Except that's per person. You actually get 4 times that amount. Each person gets
And 4
everything.
drinks.
Yeah.
Now their
And,
large,
like,
to be honest, is like our medium, but still.
That's a lot of fucking food. And so, like, the best things that come out of it is that people have made memes about it because it's
That's
just
what it
like,
looks like.
what the fuck? So it's just like stupid, like MMORPG talk, like 4 Warrior of Lights, 3 runs. White Mage was wiped first, followed by the tank. Red Mage resurrected White Mage, but he denied. Not only Black Mage is still alive, we're about to be wiped. By the way, Red Mage said I'm the toughest in the party, so now all the food is on my plate. And people are like, I cheated. I said I will solo, but was wiped after eating a roll, a chicken, and 2 wings. There's one funny bit. I'm trying to find it. Anyone KFC? Anyone that coming wants to team up for KFC raid? Already found 3. I was wiped. This is what it is. I was wiped at 5% solo. You must distribute the damage from the Pepsi. Don't let it stack.
Oh, that's a good one.
You cannot let the Pepsi stack damage. But
that's good.
yeah, so what the kicker is for that, the same like to get that same amount in America, all you had to do is like buy some game stuff on Amazon. If you got like $20 worth of like video game purchases on Amazon, you could get the same amount. And that's what I did. I just bought game time cards for Final Fantasy 14
On Amazon.
to get that on Amazon to get that code. And I didn't have to eat this. I didn't have to eat 4
It's a big
people's
brain
worth
move
of
right there.
meals.
Loophole.
Well, no, that's only for America. You can't do that in China.
America hole.
There you go.
America hole.
The America. Oh God, I don't want to talk about the America hole.
There's some players who actually soloed it.
Oh, I'm sure if you had enough time, you could do it. If you just stood there all day, and it's like, well, let's spend the next 12 hours hating my life. Let's see. Yeah, Chinese players have attempted immunizing. I heard there was one thing where people were like, workers would come and, yeah, some guy's like, I went to the toilet, they took away my meal, and they gave me a new one. So I guess
And
if
then he has a
you
little
don't,
picture. I see it. He has a little picture of like a crying person with fast food in front of him.
so I guess like if they think like you're puking or trying to like purge but to eat more, they're like, no,
Dude, China
that's
doesn't
cheating.
fuck around.
China KFC does not fuck around.
Lalafello's doing it as an undersized party, and there's a little girl in front of all the food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's good shit.
Okay. So yeah, just be thankful that you're not in China to get your black fat chocobo mount.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Oh man, funny stuff.
Good stuff. Wholesome content.
You know what's not funny? Epic stores, fucking invasion of everything that we hold dear as PC gamers. Rise up.
Oh no.
Speaking of Epic Store, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So this game has apparently been in development, and
They've taken everything from us.
and they've been working on it for a while.
They took Borderlands 3.
I was
No.
completely unaware of it until just now. I mean, we might have heard blips before because apparently people have been talking about it for 6 months plus.
Yeah, I knew about it. I thought you do.
Yeah, we might have talked about it before. But anyways, I'm newly excited about it because it's the first person MechWarrior game
So you're
since
excited about an
2002.
Epic Store exclusive.
We haven't gotten there yet, dude.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm just
You
saying.
were correctly foreshadowing before.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You hate
fuck it.
gamers.
I am. All right, I do hate gamers because they're all a bunch of
Whiny
Degenerates.
assholes. There,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, Degenerates is also good. There you go.
so
Drain the gamers.
drain the gamers. It's like the swamp. Yeah. So the game it was going to come out originally September 10th of 2019 this year of our Lord and Savior. And they didn't quite have a store page up on Steam yet, but they'd already done a bunch of pre-orders, and the pre-orders are pretty crazy. Like it includes a bunch of tie-in stuff for MechWarrior Online. For the ultimate super awesome crazy edition of it, you could get up to $300 worth of in-game currency, like 300 actual real money of in-game currency, which is insane.
That's a deal.
Yeah, and
Let me give you my real money for this fake money.
right. Well, it came with a bunch of other stuff too.
So I can put a Chrysler hood ornament on my mech.
Yeah,
Worth.
Yeah, but then there's a bunch of other bonus items that came with it too, like XP, premium time, badges, decals, cockpit items, and more. But mostly it's just cosmetic stuff. But basically, had it available on GOG and they had it available on Steam that they were going to release it on. People had already pre-ordered, and then they dropped a bomb, literally like just the other day, like 3 days ago, that they had decided to go for a full year of Epic Game Store exclusivity. And so because of that, none of the pre-orders are able to be redeemed on Steam or GOG, but they are giving refunds, and any of the bonuses that you would have gotten in MechWarrior Online are still going to happen. It's just that you're not going to have access to the game on Steam or GOG. And a lot of people are really mad about it because not everybody supports Epic Game Store. And
literally dozens.
Apparently, the developers, like months before, had tweeted about how they were never going to do that, and then they did. And so people are like,
did they actually have a tweet?
I don't know. It's hearsay. I didn't actually find the tweet. Someone was talking about it in a video that I listened to.
All right, well then, you might as well just toss that out.
Well, now that that's the source that I'm working with here. But
because it's a lot worse if they're like, we're never going to do that, and then they did it, and it's, then you're like, nah, it's shitty. But if they never did that, then you're like, you just change the way the story goes.
Yeah. Potentially, there might have been tweets about them not doing that. We don't have the confirmation for that. But so it is moving to the Epic Game Store, and they moved the release date back to December 10th. Now, the reason for this, after doing a little bit of research, and I don't know if we had covered this before, but the reason why a lot of games companies are moving over to Epic is obviously Epic is paying them to become exclusive. But on top of that, Epic only takes 12% of the revenue, whereas Steam takes 30%.
They don't take 30 anymore.
Well, they had before. So are they down to 20 now?
Yeah, I think so. It's like
there's a difference in the amount that they make per purchase on the Epic Store.
Like it gets better at the more copies you sell.
Mm-hmm. Also,
on Steam.
I don't know if this is still correct, but one of the selling points for it is that the Epic Games Store allows the video game creators to decide whether they want community reviews to show up on their store page.
There are no reviews on Steam or on Epic.
Yeah, apparently it's optional to have them, or it's going to be optional if they're going to have it or whatever. So some people are saying that because there's no community like reviews or anything like that, it kind of it's like both good and bad because it removes all of the bullshit that the internet does sometimes where they review bomb stuff without reason. But then also it's like there's no community reviews, so how do you know if a game is worth playing or if there's a problem with the game or anything like that? I guess you just have to go elsewhere to find your information.
YouTube, Twitter.
Yeah. But I mean, besides the Epic Store stuff, which I'm not affected by because I didn't purchase a pre-order, and I'm not going to have to like go and get another pre-order or something like that in order to get the game early. I think the game looks really good. I watched some gameplay, and it brings me straight back to like MechWarrior 3, which is awesome.
I mean, how can you be excited that they just backstabbed all of us gamers in the back, dude?
Because I don't really feel like
just stabbed us in the. They took the Epic sword, and they just fucking shimmied it right in your fucking shoulder blades, dude. How do you sleep at night going, I think I'm excited for that game? How do you live knowing that they did that to us? To us?
I think it's more like Epic Game Store is like what do you call a succubus that's just made out of money. Like it's just a sex demon that's just made out of money, and they lure good-hearted game developers with the lure of, we're fucking rich, we'll pay for your game, we'll also make sure that you get paid back for your.
Is that anymore? Because I literally saw a thread on RPZ Gaming going, every time I see a game go to the Epic Store, I just go, man, that game must not be very good then. If they don't have confidence in their ability to not sell out.
Well, it's either that doesn't make sense.
What?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
It's whatever they're doing. It's they're making a sweet enough deal that people know they're gonna get backlash people are going to hate them for switching over, but they still do it. So whatever it is, if it's throwing money at them, or like the other day, I don't know if this is Shenmue 3 specific, but they were saying, oh, if you think that switching over to the Epic Game Store lost you a bunch of pre-orders, we'll get your money back for that too. And it's like, what the you're just going to keep throwing money at everything until what? I guess.
I really wish they should throw money at is their store.
Yeah, because their store needs some fixing.
Or even like 10% of the money they shoot at people, they should shoot at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just any amount of money.
Because
enough for a shopping cart. How much is it to get a shopping cart? Like $10?
Yeah. Please,
come on.
8 lines of code.
Right. It's like the most like basic of e-commerce shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from what I heard, like maybe 30-40% of the reason why people don't like to use the Epic Game Store is because it's missing like a bunch of features. There's no community stuff. There's no mods. There's like no reviews. There's no cloud saving, which goes into our next story. But
tie-in.
Yeah, tie-in. So our next story, I should say I'm definitely excited about MechWarrior, and we'll have to have a longer conversation about the Epic Store stuff and why people are pissed off about it, and maybe make it like an exclusive thing and see if anybody,
Let's sell it to the Epic Store.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put it.
There we go.
Oh, I meant to say before we move on to the other thing, it's specific about the Epic Store and MechWarrior. In their release details or their announcement, they had alluded to the fact that moving to the Epic Store gave them more time to make the game that they wanted to make, which is being taken as them being given like more money to move over and be exclusive by Epic Games, which allows them to then put more development time into the game. Or a few extra months. So,
I just don't care.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, I'm
anything.
just saying, like in general, like it's just I'm so jaded.
Well, we also don't have like a huge amount of loyalty where like we're like super in the Steam community.
I got
or anything.
800 games on Steam.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm not loyal.
But we're not like.
If anything, I'm loyal to a fault. All right.
Gabe Newman. Gabe's my waifu for lifu.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I use I'm like, I wake up early for flash deals when they used to have those on Steam. I was in it.
There was definitely a golden era of Steam.
But Steam doesn't have Hades.
It's true.
All right. I love Hades. I'm glad I like it. And I bought it on Epic.
And you know what?
Suck my dick.
It's the best like
gamers
early access like example. Well, maybe not the best. There are good ones, like good early access examples on Steam, but it's like a really strong early access like showing on Epic Games as far as being able to update the game and all that. But that's mostly just the development company than it is Epic Game Store specifically. But
yeah, I don't even know if like I have like an actual problem with Epic Games Store itself. It's mostly all the shittiness of, well, not even shittiness. It's like financially makes sense, but it's still kind of shitty to like, oh yeah, you can pre-order over here. Sorry, we're going to Epic now. Just fucking refund it, buy it over here. Who gives a shit? Or
I mean, that part
even
is
literally,
shitty.
Yeah.
or even literally the whole Shenmue 3, like the entirety of Shenmue 3. That
whole thing is just fucked.
it's
All right,
the
we're
shittiest
backed by
thing I've heard.
Sony. Sony's like, you need a Kickstarter, motherfucker. The Kickstarter raises like $18 quadrillion. All right. And they're like, all right, this is sick. We're going to make the game now. Also, it looks like a PS3 game. Also, we've decided to move over to Epic for a cool payout of $2 million after we've already made about, whatever. Shenmue is just fucked.
Yeah.
I don't think that game's going to be good.
And now they're doing store exclusives for pre-orders. And people that Kickstarted don't get those at all.
Oh, no.
So they've basically kind of like, this might either, if Shenmue 3 is a great game, the next one is going to be impossible for people to buy. Or if Shenmue 3 is a terrible game, that's the end of the series right there. And frankly, I mean, I played Shenmue 1 and 2 way back when. And really, the better version of it is just Yakuza. So I don't know what they're going to do to beat Yakuza, but it's what I don't know. It's just
they're definitely riding on a legacy right now.
Sources of money. They got funded 3 times.
Yeah, they're overfunded.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
God. Whew.
Anyways, Epic Game Store.
They got cloud saves or something. Who gives a
They
shit
missed all their June updates. They pushed those back to like August, and then now I guess they're gonna add cloud saves.
Yeah. So cloud saves.
Here's a bone, you ungrateful fucks.
Yeah, basically. So they launched without cloud saves, of course, and that's been a deal breaker for some consumers. And then today, an eagle-eyed fan found the option to turn cloud saving on for Moonlighter, an isometric game which is currently free. It's also available in a handful of other titles. And they said that we have a bit more work to do before rolling it out more widely. Sweeney had said in a tweet. But there are limited games that are slowly getting the option for cloud saving in Epic.
Cool.
Yeah, so hopefully that works, and well for them. And that it's not like a total trash heap.
Yeah, baby steps for becoming a full store. It's doing it.
Yeah, how am I going to be a real boy?
Shopping cart. More than one game at a time. Okay.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yes. So this game just came out, and
has mixed reviews.
Matt and I got it. We shelled out for the ability to play with sharing it and stuff like that, so we can get one copy, but we'll play it. So obviously it's a co-op game. You don't have to be co-op, right? But seems like
then you
fun.
get a brain dead AI.
Yeah.
Which is basically like you having on a team. So
right, but now you can talk to me.
That's true. I can berate you.
Yeah. So,
it's not funny to yell at the AI. It doesn't do anything.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Look how short
it doesn't cry.
Hey, we're playing Sisters, okay? So the game launched with on multiple platforms. I think it's just PC and PS4 actually, but so on 2 platforms, and it launched with a smattering of microtransactions, nothing you haven't seen before. And let me break it down for you. So there's 3 types of currency in the game. There's ability points that up your personal character stuff. There's silver coins, which you can use to buy equipment and gear and things like that. And then there's gold bars. And gold bars are the premium currency that you have to pay real world money for.
Wasn't gold bars in Wolfenstein 2?
Might have been. Probably just.
And Red Dead Online.
Sick.
So you can buy 500 gold bars for $5, 1,100 gold bars for $10, and 2,500 gold bars for $19.99. Standard. Just straight up standard shit, right? So Wolfenstein Youngblood's ability points are used to purchase new abilities on the character heading in the menus. Okay, I already said that part. The premium currency gold bars can only be used for cosmetic weapon skins, cosmetic power suit skins, cosmetic power suit helmets, blah, 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 and boosters, and time-limited boosters for things like XP, health, and armor. So you can pay money and get access to boosters for short periods of time that give you a benefit in the game. But you can't buy equipment and stuff to actually make your better guns and stuff like that. You have to use the in-game currency for that, or just find them or whatever. So what's interesting about it, and kind of weird for some people, is that the microtransactions are different between PS4 and PC. So the boosters I was just talking about that you can get for XP and things like that are only available on the PS4 store, but not on the PC side. So PC doesn't get boosters.
Well,
probably because of cheat engine.
Yeah, you could just cheat engine them in.
That, and I guess, mouse and keyboard's more powerful than I thought.
That's what it is.
This was like shit. I didn't think of that at all. They totally just
you can
blew
aim
me
better
out of the water.
They don't need boosters. They got a mouse. My God.
And what's even weirder is that you can't, it advertises it oh, you can get cosmetic items, you can get boosters, and you can even get special gear. When they the little blurb that they tell you, but you actually can't get the special gear. It's not available. And on top of that, not all the cosmetic items can be bought with gold bars. The most expensive ones you can still only buy with the in-game currency. Why? It's weird.
Yeah, it's a very confusing.
It's just strange more than anything else.
Yeah, from what I can tell, it just seems like it's not like a bad system. It's just a weird system. I mean, anything with microtransactions is bad, but it's not
it doesn't hurt anything. Really?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why are they there? It's just.
I mean, we're not going to purchase any.
It's just more microtransaction, but it's the same fucking shit, different day.
Yeah. I would prefer
same shit.
I do prefer this over like loot boxes and stuff like that, because at least you can just choose what you want to buy and shit.
Yeah, very true. But speaking of money,
bum bum bum.
The Hat-Mageddon is upon us.
ah! Hey, do y'all remember Team Fortress 2?
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Remember that game that you thought was dead 10 years ago, but actually has people in it? Well, apparently...
It still plays like... I think it still has like... It's always in like the top 10, I think.
Yeah.
Steam most played.
That's crazy, but I never see it on Twitch. I never see it anywhere. I never see people playing it. But I believe it. It's just really weird that like there's just giant subsection of people that are playing Team Fortress 2 and destroying the economy by using glitches. Apparently,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say there's a glitch in Team Fortress 2 Loot Crate distribution at the end of this week's guarantee. At the end of this week, guarantees the rarest type of virtual item. Ones that can be legally resold for real money, and several types of loot crates where, or no, okay, blah, blah, blah. The Valve is moving, yeah,
sick story, bro.
Oh, it just guarantees the rarest. Okay, I'm sorry. I felt like I was looking for percentages or something, but no. Basically, you get the rarest type of virtual item due to a glitch in the game, and now people are selling that, and it has completely destroyed the economy, apparently.
Well, I think really, if you get the rarest item and everybody gets the rarest item, and then they flood the market with that becomes a common item. Yeah. So then
problem solved.
The economy should, level itself out.
Yeah. You see, what they're doing here to fix the problem makes no sense to me, right? Because basically they've disabled the unboxing of new items and the display of TF2 inventories in the Steam community, meaning items for that game can't be traded or listed for sale. So they've just stopped all trading of the items. What I would have done, very simple, you just switch the in-game thing that says that it's rare and change it to common, and then release different rare items and then fix the glitch, and then you're good.
I think Matt's thing where it just kind of evens out after a while.
It's the same thing. It's just, I think one of the sticking points would be that it still shows up as being rare, and so it would still dupe people into purchasing it on the store so that they could have it in the future.
Yeah, but if there's,
if
10,000 people selling the same thing, it drives the market down.
Yeah, that's one of the other things that I was wondering, because they were talking about people were selling them for large amounts still. So because the crates and items that can both be sold on the Steam community market, this has distorted the prices of both. Before Valve took action late yesterday, certain numbered crates with guaranteed unusual drops commanded much higher prices, while the asking rate for the items themselves cratered. So you could pay more to get access to the crate, but then the specific items, like you were saying, the price, it oversaturated the market and they became really cheap. So there's a weird difference there, because obviously you would want to just buy the item, but then the crates are still, they're way over priced in comparison.
Yeah, you just wait.
Yeah.
Called the free market, baby.
Yeah. So, but apparently this is big enough to totally throw everything out of whack for them, and they've had to put a stop to all of the trading of items from that game, and now they're going to try to. Nobody knows what's going to happen. They might end up rolling back all the items, and people will just lose them, or they'll allow people to keep them, but then just fix the problem. And then
they're not
finagling.
They're not rolling back the items; they're rolling back the whole trading activity.
Oh Jesus!
It seems like such a nuclear option.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
it must be a bigger deal than we understand, because Valve is not known for taking action.
Right.
Quick! Somebody get a Team Fortress 2 player on here. Explain this to me.
It says a post on the game subreddit warns of the possibility, however remote, of a global rollback of all Team Fortress item trading activity, which makes any real money transactions outside of the Steam community market especially hazardous at this time. It's because Valve does not sanction these third-party gray markets and probably feels no obligation to include those transactions when evaluating how its next steps may affect players' inventories. And then it goes on to talk about how there's a third-party automated trading website that helps everyone in Team Fortress 2 get items they want quickly. They've actually taken action to disable the unusual trades for the time being, and all their unusual items are listed as out of stock at this time. And But yeah, so the damage that is caused to the economy may be reversible, but we'll find out later because basically Bethesda's like, we're gonna shut this down and update you after the weekend.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what to do.
Yeah,
Which,
so,
and their usual thing, they would probably just not do anything, but we'll find out.
I mean, I don't really think we need to do the de novo list.
You don't want to go through that? All right. We had a list of like games that use de novo in the year 2019.
As of this day.
As of this day, but Matt was going through it while we were talking, and I guess it doesn't look super interesting.
I mean, it's just like it's
just like a straight
literally
list.
some of the AAA ones that you like. Obviously, weird ones are Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Huh? Yeah,
That's weird.
They're already on the Epic Game Store. They already did enough to gamers.
Yeah, they've already heard us enough. David Cage.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, the man who brought you peeing in a urinal in 4 different games.
Yeah.
He just loves being able to live your life.
I'm a fan. So it hurts even more that you would go to the Epic Store
and have de novo.
Yes. It's like you don't even care.
David, why do you do this?
David,
why? David.
David.
Oh, Lord.
So our last story of the day, Fiskate, why don't you tell us about the new Yakuzis?
They're going to come out. Well, no. Most likely the new. They're coming out with new Yakuza next month, hot off the presses. No.
You heard it here first.
The next Yakuza game is going to be unveiled next month. I love this article because it's from PC Gamer. That's kind of like where I go through first for video game news and go through other sites. And like half this article is like, yeah, there's a Yakuza coming out, but it's probably going to be a while before there's a PC port. It's like, well, of fucking course, why would Japan care about the PC? Just be thankful they finally ported any of the games to the PC. Ungrateful bastards.
That's true, 100%. I agree. But it's also kind of funny.
About
the whole situation about how people are like, I can't believe they're not gonna fucking release a Yakuza game, and then Japan's like, I guess we'll maybe we'll release it on PC. I don't know. Depends on what Capcom wants to do.
If you're a good little fan,
Sega,
then maybe not.
Yeah. Or just buy a PS4 and just play the games. Fuck you. Anyway,
why don't you go ask your mom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ask your mom for
unless
something.
She's too busy giving you little brother Fortnite V-Bucks. You fucking loser.
Wow. He's a loser because his brother's getting Fortnite V-Bucks. They're saving him.
It's like a cancer.
He raised the failure of a brother. But, yeah, I mean, that's really it. Most likely they're releasing information about the new series that's going to have featuring a different character since Kiryu's story is over.
Well, it's not like he didn't have a couple games, like 6.
Yeah, he only had 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's like the 3 spin-off samurai games that basically have him in it. And there's like all the online games, so that's like another 2. He's been in a couple of games.
12, 13 games.
Yeah. Give or take. It's whatever.
We basically covered every part of his life.
And more. I think like each one kind of ends on like a note like, all right, this could be the end of the series, so all right, it's over. And then like next game's like psych, whatever. Because like I think
Kiryu goes to space.
I think he like dies. Well, not dies, but he like looks like he's about to die like twice or something.
Jesus.
And then like literally the one for Yakuza 6 is like apparently Yakuza 5 ended with him like bleeding out somewhere. And then Yakuza 6 like, oh no, somebody found him. He's fine now. He's in the hospital. He's got to go to jail for crimes.
Now I don't even
fine.
have to play Yakuza 5 because.
Well, you don't know. Are you so invested into the history of Yakuza?
I don't know, dude. I like those games. I think they're fun.
Yeah,
they're pretty good games. I mean, I was going to say that's like the whole story I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading over here, and it says that apparently because of the recent ports, even though Yakuza 6 hasn't yet made the jump, Sega now considers the series a multi-platform one. And so the guy was saying, so it's worth getting a little excited that their new Yakuza game will be unveiled next month. and it'll be first since the story concluded. So like the way he's wording that, it makes it think that there's some anticipation that maybe it could be a PC release alongside.
I think that it definitely will be. Once they're done, because all the remakes have been
they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah, so like I think they were testing the waters before, and if they consider it a multi-platform thing, then it only makes sense.
Yeah, maybe not like at the same time. Maybe they'll like unveil like yeah, come for PC eventually. Yeah, but not like at the
Monster
same
Hunter
time.
World type scenario.
It's coming to the PC a year, 9 months later. It's fine.
9 months is
Don't
short.
ask any.
The amount of time we've had to wait for other games to move over.
True.
Some don't even fully move over.
Yeah.
You know, looking at you, fucking Resident Evil 6 and Condemned and Fear 2.
Fear 2.
You sons of bitches. I will say it'd be hilarious if for some reason Yakuza 7 is just Kiru's back somehow. It's just like, surprise! He thought he was done.
It's him
It's
as
not
a
about
kid
him.
in a gang.
Oh.
Baby
Actually,
Yakuza.
that sounds pretty cool.
No, it doesn't.
No. He's the dad. He's like the character's father.
Well,
Oh,
no,
but
he
you don't
has a
know,
whole
but it's
orphanage.
revealed later on. So you're playing as a character. He doesn't know who his father is. He thinks this is the other guy, but his mom got remarried. He doesn't know, and then he finds out that it's his father, and he actually like didn't even like it that much.
Yeah, they have to fist fight to show their love. It's like a whole Boy Named Sue situation.
And then he's like, I heard about you. You killed my father. And then Kiru's like, no, I am your father. And
That's
then they
never
beat the
been
shit out
done
of each other.
before.
No, that's completely
Literally
unique.
has never been done before
We need
in
to call up
any
Sega.
media product.
No.
It's an original plot twist. Please do not steal. I will sue. I will sue so hard.
Will DMCA take down your video talking about it?
Immediately. No questions asked. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
It's all
I
correct.
agree.
Yep. 100%. Cool. I'm glad
I'll
we're
be
all in
real
agreement.
pissed if it's like some kind of space opera or some bullshit.
Kiryu in space.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fucking stupid, but I mean, they're all.
And then just
Yeah,
have
it's like I'm gonna let you in on like a little Yakuza secret. They're all fucking stupid, but that's half the reason why they're so great. Oh god! But
send us out.
All right.
Send us.
Cool. So
Get us out
that about does it for all of our topics of the day. Fizzcake, why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you're doing?
You can't find me anywhere as of right now. I haven't really done a whole lot, but me and DC played Way of the Samurai 1 a couple months ago.
I tried to play Way of the Samurai. Yeah, shut up. I'm talking. I tried to play Way of the Samurai 3, and I couldn't do it. So I can't imagine what you went through.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I heard they're good, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, they're old. I mean, not old. Well, they're old. They're PlayStation 2 games, but yeah, we did through a fucking Parsec, and he was playing, and that was. It didn't take too long for me to figure out, but it took long enough for me. Like, God damn it! It was like Into the Veil levels, but it wasn't like I was rushing to get it done, so that was fine. It was just mostly like, I'm sorry, this is taking so long.
We don't rush Into the Veil. Into the Veil rushes us.
Well, yeah.
How long until everything breaks?
Or if everything starts broken right off the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Its official start time is 6, but it doesn't start at 6.
Usually not. But anyways, if you go check out Directionally Challenged, we have a Way of the Samurai series with a little brief gameplay we've done. It's hilarious. It's mostly just me and him making just... Way of the Samurai series is fucking weird and bizarre anyways. So it's just us like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah. Me and DC, we're used to the old like fucking anime bullshit. So we're kind of just like mildly perturbed by everything. But the common viewer be like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, well, yeah.
Angry.
Yeah.
Like some people we know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's me. I'm the angry one.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought we were extending out with the friend group somehow. I'm like, we don't have very many we don't have a very big Venn diagram of friends in between. But that's it for me. I might catch me on Twitter. I tweet stuff about Final Fantasy 14 all the time. You can usually just see me live tweeting like, oh, this is cool. oh, this is stupid. About
And
Final Fantasy
sometimes you
14.
get to see your character, and that's really cool.
I quit. I'm out of here. This is fucking stupid.
It's hilarious that you're basically
fair-
playing Incineroar.
I guess that's basically what it is. I was so excited, like, oh, new classes are so cool, or the new races are so cool. Can't wait to try them out. And then it's just a bunny girl versus a giant cat. I'm like, well, we'll see if the cat can have a pompadour, and it couldn't have a pompadour, and it was too late to switch back, and I was like, oh, okay.
The rest is
But I did
history.
change the face paint. He doesn't have face paint anymore, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
It was just funny because everything else kind of like matched, and then your face is just black and white, and then your glasses were like the same color as your mane, your line mane.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking. It doesn't look like he has eyes. So it was
just hair.
an
I have
amalgamation of just horror.
just a giant monster. But that's it for me. Where can people find you two?
So you can find us on YouTube and Twitch at Neanderthal Gaming TV on both. You can also follow us on Twitter at Neanderthal GTV. We've been playing mostly just Melee and Smash, and on our YouTube channel you'll see episodes of Matt playing Pokemon Platinum Renegade Platinum. So we have those coming out too. But that's basically it. So check us out there. We stream Melee on Sundays and Ultimate on Saturdays, and then Matt has been streaming throughout the week. Usually
Tuesday, Friday.
Yeah, Tuesday, Friday, Pokemon, and then Hades. So check us out there. As far as Content Complete specific information, you can catch us on Twitter at Complete Podcast. That's where you can find information about the podcast itself and any collaborations that we do in the future, such as maybe future Into the Veil. We'll see. But for our email, you can send us ideas and suggestions to contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays at twitch.tv/contentcomplete, as well as twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV. All episodes are available on YouTube. The audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both released on Mondays. So we stream Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and then the episode and the audio-only version is available the very next day. And we are trying to stay to an every 2-week schedule, but we've had some issues recently, but hopefully we'll get back into the flow. Any particular stuff before we call it?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Well, thanks everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you
Gamers
guys
rise up.
next time.
Peace.
Bye.